So today I'm going to talk about why pro-life. Why do so many Christians and others that aren't Christians believe that killing a baby that's not even here yet is wrong? I'm going to start in Jeremiah 1:5, and it says, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou comest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." God gives everyone a calling. Everyone a calling. And it's not our place to take that calling away from them. Regardless of how the baby came about, regardless of how it was conceived, that doesn't matter. Every life is precious in God's eyes. Every ethnicity, every race, every background, everything is precious in God's eyes. And to take that away from an innocent child that doesn't have a say is wrong. That's why I'm pro-life. Because I want to speak out for the ones that can't. And I feel like this is a way to speak out for them. Because you won't believe it. I did my research, and 42.4 million babies were aborted in 2019. The future, babies of the future, the next doctors, the next nurses, the next teachers, the next surgeons, the next all kinds of stuff, all kinds of occupations. People that are going to change the world aren't going to be able to change it now because people took their lives. And you know, one thing that really breaks my heart is when they call babies that aren't born yet a clump of cells. That is like the saddest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. A clump of cells? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, babies in the womb feel. They understand. They have emotions. And it doesn't matter how they were conceived. Regardless of how they were conceived, they deserve to live. And I just feel like if you're saying that the baby's a clump of cells, you're also calling yourself a clump of cells. And if you're saying, because I know some people that support abortion, they're like, well, I won't care if my parents aborted me. I'm like, that is like the sickest thing I've ever heard come out of somebody's mouth. That is so sad. I'm going to be praying for you because they're just not in the right mind. They don't understand that it's murder. They just think, oh, it's not convenient, so I'm just going to kill it. No. Also, it's not an it. It's a he or a she. And they're born with their gender. Also, sometimes for being pro-life, I get asked if I support women's rights. And that's kind of self-explanatory. I'm a woman myself. Yes, I support women's rights, but not in a way that society supports it. I don't support the abortion stuff. I don't support the trans stuff, the gay stuff. I don't support that. I support women's roles that God has given them. I support them taking care of their babies. I support them praying over their families. I support them doing whatever they can around the house and praising God through it. That's what I support. I also support women going to work. I know that it kind of sounds kind of feminist, but I do believe that women should be able to go to college and follow their dreams. But I don't support the other stuff. And I'm a woman. But I also agree that the man is the head of the house. And no woman should go above her husband in that way. So, that goes with my feminist part of it. Now I'm going to talk about why a baby is a baby at conception. It's kind of self-explanatory if you ask me. Why is a baby at conception? Think about it for a minute. It's kind of obvious. The first sign of you knowing that you have a baby is pregnancy, right? And if you decide to abort the baby, you have to kill it to get it out, right? So it's murder. And it's not a lump of cells because you have to kill it. Also, I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, if the girl's raped, it's okay because, I mean, it wasn't like she didn't want that to happen to her. Like, no, she doesn't have to go through with it. It's not the baby's fault that she got pregnant. The baby shouldn't have to die because a girl was taken advantage of. That is so sad. And I sympathize for girls that go through that. And I can't even imagine how hard it is. And I can't imagine how much pain you went through or anything, and I sympathize for you. But I applaud the girls that went through with it and had their babies. That is like bravery. That's the kind of women's rights I'm talking about. Women's rights that you can be strong. You don't have to be weak, ladies. You don't have to be weak. You can be strong and have those babies. There's also adoption. If you decide that you don't want your baby, there's adoption. I am pro-choice, but not for abortion. You girls, you can choose parenthood. You can choose adoption. But don't kill your baby. Don't be weak. Society believes that to be strong, you have to make what's convenient for you. But girls, you're stronger than that. Be strong. Don't give in to society. And I know it's hard because you're ashamed. You're ashamed, like, if you have a baby out of wedlock, I know that can be shameful in some ways, but it's like, be strong in it and have your baby. I mean, it's precious. And when it's all said and done, after you have your baby, you're not going to regret it at all. But if you kill your baby, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. So be strong. If I could say anything, that's true feminism. Being strong in different ways than society tells you to be. So that kind of concludes my pro-life views and why I believe the way I believe. I just believe that God created every life for a purpose and that girls can be strong without abortion. Keep your head up high, girls. And guys, always be the support.